What's up, guys? Happy Monday morning. Here's another Mike's Monday Motivation, hoping to inspire, motivate, or get you to just do the work that you know you need to do. Today's topic is about buying back your time. So I've been working on this for a long time. Recently, I read Dan Martell's Buy Back Your Time book, and he has a lot of great insight and concepts and strategies around it. But one of the biggest hurdles I've seen in buying back your time is the guilt associated with the tasks that you're paying somebody else to do. In Dan Martell's book, he says if you can pay somebody 25% of what you make per hour, it is your responsibility to outsource this so you can go put those hours towards higher revenue generating activity. But the reality is, whether it's dishes or laundry or content creation or videography or lawn care or pool care or daycare or something for your kids or homeschool teacher, nanny, salesperson, typically people struggle buying back their time in their personal life more than their business, but it works on both sides. And so one of the first things that I would challenge you on is reframing your perspective of what you want your lifestyle to look like. And I think a lot of times growing up, when you haven't seen it or been around people who are good at buying back their time, what you see are the movies and the TV shows and the people around that you probably made fun of at some point or mocked. Like, what? They can't even do that themselves? They gotta pay somebody to do that? The perspective of why you feel guilty or shameful about it is because of how you talked about other people doing it. And this is across all things. Like, make fun of fat people, you're gonna make fun of yourself when you're fat. Make fun of broke people, you make fun of yourself when you're broke. Make fun of whatever it is. Make fun of something that's happening and you will make fun of yourself when you do the same thing. This is no different than buying back your time. Like, am I too good to do laundry and dishes? No, I just hate it. And I hate working 12 hours a day to support a bunch of people and then I have to end my day, instead of spending time with my wife and kids, I'm sitting there watching my wife fold laundry. That's not the lifestyle I want. And so shame, guilt, how you've talked about others in the past is part of it, but also defining what you want your life to look like. I'm not motivated by like major materialistic things. Like, I have a nice house, I have a nice car, I take decent vacations, but I'm not motivated by the Lamborghinis or the planes or flying private. Like, those things are just not big, major motivating factors for me. What motivates me is the lifestyle stuff, is having the support so I only have to do the things I want to do. Like, I don't have to even make my own food anymore. And you're like, Mike, that's crazy. I don't buy my food, I don't cook my food, I don't prep my food, I don't bring me my food. Like, I don't do any of that anymore. You know why? Because I'm dedicated to doing things that are a much higher return on investment, and I pay others, I buy back my time to support those things. Things like lawn care, pool care, dishes, laundry, cleaning the house, taking the kids places, homeschool. These are all things that we pay for support so that we can live the lifestyle that we want. The first step was defining the lifestyle. So one of the first books I read that really opened my eyes to this was The Rise of Theodore Roosevelt. I love this book. It's like a 900-page book. I haven't read in years, and that kind of makes me want to read it again. But watching how he lived his lifestyle, like that man on a regular basis, even in the book, talked about the nannies, talked about the housekeepers, talked about the maids, talked about the chefs, so that he could spend his time doing the things that mattered, which is how he became president of the United States. And he would not have been able to accomplish that high-level success in business and life and politics had he been stuck at home sweeping the garage. It just would not have happened. And like, he talks about in the book of how he would go on hunting trips to the West for 3 months. And like, no phone, no email. Hey, I'll write when I can. And his life and his businesses kept operating. They didn't need him there because he had built the machine to accomplish the things that mattered in his life that did not require him. And I think the guilt and shame that a lot of people carry are related to what they believe the image of a husband or wife is, what they believe the image of a man or woman is, what they believe they've said about others who have done that. But nothing, and I mean nothing, builds more freedom into your life than buying back your time. This started years ago for us. Like, Tiff and I, we had someone come once a month, and then we had someone come twice a month, and then we had someone come once a week, and then that person left, and then we had to find someone else, and we started all over again. We did this like 5, 6, 7 times, then it was twice a week, and then it was 3 days a week, and then we hired someone full-time, and then that failed. Because we were trying to hire someone for the kids and the house. We tried hiring one person for both, didn't work. And like, we've just evolved over the last 5 years or so, 5 or 6 years, and like buying back what we could afford so that we can put that time into making more money. And we have just cycled that process now for 5 or 6 years. And now I have a housekeeper, I have a nanny, I have an assistant, I have someone like basically a chef. Like, I mean, it's not a full-time chef, but like I have someone cook my food to prepare it for the week for me. I have everything's covered so that like I only have to do the things that I want and need to do to move my mission forward. And if you think that makes me a loser, then our definition of success is different. It doesn't make mine right and yours wrong, or yours right and my wrong. What makes me happy and fulfilled in my life is different than yours. I want a specific lifestyle, not stuff. You might want stuff. You might be okay doing your laundry, doing your dishes, and cooking your own food so you can drive the really nice car. I don't want that. That doesn't matter. That's not important to me. And I would say it's likely not as important to you as you think it is. I'm not judging you, but a lot of times that materialistic stuff is showing other people you're successful, not actually feeling successful. And so I got away after like watching those early 1900s successful people like the Vanderbilts, the Rockefellers, the Roosevelts, and they all did a very similar thing. They all bought back their time in order to focus on what mattered most to their mission. And guess what? Their mission was successful. I don't want to be held back by I can pay other people to do. And that means some days I have easy days. That's what life is about. If I was just suffering every day doing the little minutia because I was afraid to buy back my time, I don't deserve the success I say I want. This is part of it. Hiring people and elevating yourself and delegating certain things and outsourcing certain things is part of success. The faster you get on board with that, the faster you can buy back your time, the faster you can make more money than it cost you for that time you bought back, and the faster the success and the momentum happens. So if you're struggling buying back your time right now, I would start small. Once a month, once a week, whatever it is for you. Find someone, like go to care.com, go to local Facebook groups. Like there's someone out there right now whose personality type loves organizing. You hate it. They love doing laundry. They really do. It is therapeutic to them. Give them a chance to be happy. Remove the things you don't want to do and start now so that you can win fast and win often.